On the couch, your dog rolls over and stretches out and one paw ends up right near to your face. And here we go. That's scent. Cozy, a tiny bit salty. Weirdly, like a fresh bag of Fritos. And let's face it, you didn't back down. You got close. You sniffed at it again. Every dog owner on Reddit Earth has done it, and then pretended they didn't. But this is the thing no one tells you. That fragrance is a sign, and one version of it suggests you should call your vet this week. And most people can't tell the two apart, because that's the thing. Your dog does not smell like corn chips. Something living on your dog. Thousands of them. Now, on the paw nearest your face. And once you know what they are, you will never smell your dog in quite the same way again. So what are these small things? They're bacteria, completely typical ones. Most of the job is done by two of them, with terrifying names, Proteus and Pseudomonas. But don't worry about the names. Here's the thing. They live on just about every healthy dog on Earth. They emit a fragrance as they go through their day. A warm, nutty, corn chip fragrance. You like that Frito Feet thing? It's actually the exhaust fumes of bacteria having the time of their lives on your dog's skin. But that begs a larger question. Why paws? Why not the stomach, the ears, the tail? And that's when it gets a little crazy. Because your dog's paws are the one place on their whole body that is basically intended to generate this material. Look, dogs hardly sweat, not like us. They pant, they try to chill off. But there is one location, where they genuinely have sweat glands. The soles of their feet, those tiny cushions. The paws get soggy while the rest of your dog stays dry, warm and humid, all day long. But perspiration is only part of the story. There is another thing your dog does that makes it so much more powerful. Lick. Always. After a walk. When they're bored. When they're a little nervous. And every single lick drops a fresh layer of saliva directly between the toes. And saliva is laden with even more bacteria. So image it. A warm spot, a damp spot, tucked deep between the toes where air can hardly reach, getting recoated with spit all day. To a microbe, that's not a paw, that's a 5-star resort. And if this is already making you side-eye your dog a little, do me one small favor and touch that like button. It actually helps this get displayed to other dog people like you. Now here is something that almost nobody tells you. That fragrance is not random. Different germs produce different fragrances, so every time you sniff those feet, your nose is essentially reading a little health report. Proteus? That's a regular corn chip, popcorn, Fritos. Pseudomonas has a somewhat distinct scent. People describe it as sweeter, almost like grape soda. And yeast? Yeast has a musty scent, like day-old bread, like a stinky gym sock. So if everyone is talking about Frito Feet, they are often talking about one particular friendly blend that most dogs have. It's not bad, it's not filthy, it's actually an indication of a healthy paw. But, and this is what I promised you at the beginning, there comes a point when that fragrance changes, and that transformation is all the warning you need. So how can you differentiate a regular dog foot from a problem? Easy. The fragrance is calm. You have to get near to take it. It's there, but it's dim. The issue stench is loud. You can smell it from the other side of the room without even trying. And it very rarely comes up on its own. This is the 3-part checklist that counts. Take a screenshot of this one. Number 1. Your dog will lick or chew a certain paw constantly. Number 2. The skin between the toes is red and swollen, or the fur down there is rusty reddish-brown from all that licking. Number 3. Scent changes. Mild corn chip to strong, acidic, cheesy, just plain wrong. When you combine the 3, that's not your friendly bacterium anymore. Most often that's a yeast infection or germs that have gotten out of control. And that's a trip to the vet. This is the one line that most owners overlook. A slight corn chip fragrance, that's okay, leave it alone. Strong, foul smell plus red, raw, overlicked paw. That's your dog softly telling you it hurts. And real quick, because I'm curious, I want to know what camp your dog is in. Old school corn chip feet? Or one of the funny ones? Actually read the comments, drop it in there. So what do you do then? The good thing is it's mostly simple. Keep the paws dry. 2. Back from a walk on the damp grass or rain. Wipe your feet quickly. Cut the fur between the pads to allow air and moisture to pass through. Because if there's one thing this bacteria dislikes, it's a breezy, dry foot. But there's a twist you didn't see coming. You probably don't want to scrub that stench all the way out. Because those bacteria, they're not just freeloaders. They're part of your dog's defense system. A robust coating of the good bacteria is exactly what protects the bad stuff from coming in and taking over. So if you go crazy, scrubbing, over-sanitizing those paws every single day, you might knock out the balance and make things worse. The goal was never a sterile paw, it's a balanced one. That subtle corn chip smell? That's the sign the whole system is working exactly like it should. And that one word, balance, is actually the secret to this entire process. Because your dog isn't one single animal, not really. Your dog is a walking, tail-wagging city. Millions of tiny living things on the skin, in the fur, packed between the toes. A whole invisible population that travels everywhere your dog goes. So here's the flip. This whole video, part of you has been thinking that smell is a little gross. Turn it completely around. That Frito smell is proof. Proof that your dog's sweat glands are working. Proof that the skin is protected. Proof that the balance is holding steady. The dogs you actually need to worry about aren't the ones with a little corn chip on their feet. It's the ones where that smell turns loud and sour and wrong. So let's bring it all the way back to that couch. Next time your dog flops down and a paw drifts right up near your face, and you catch that warm, salty Frito hit, you're going to know exactly what you're smelling. Bacteria, mostly Proteus and a few friends, living in the one warm, damp corner of your dog that they just can't stop licking, and giving off a smell that, believe it or not, means your dog is doing great. But if that smell ever gets loud, strong, sour, cheesy, and one paw is red and raw from all the chewing, now you know. That's not Frito Feet anymore, that's the day you make the call. It's kind of astounding when you think about it. Your dog has been lugging a whole invisible world about this entire time, and it's been chatting to you the whole time, through your nose. If this impacted the way you see your own dog, even a bit, go ahead and subscribe because the next one might be more crazier. It's how your dog can literally smell time passing. Yeah, time. I'll see you in that one.